See what's happening this instant. ABC 11 Eyewitness News at 6 starts right now.
Right now at 6, a live look at the Capitol building in Washington, D.C. as the government officially enters a partial shutdown overnight, what officials could not agree on.
And let the holiday travel rush begin, what you need to know before hitting the roads or the skies.
And a live look outside of our Raleigh Eyewitness News Center on Fayetteville Street. The wind there still whipping that flag around. Is it going to be windy today? That's the big question. Steve Stewart's going to have our full forecast coming up.
It definitely felt a little breezy.
Yeah, when I was coming out of Raleigh yesterday, I felt it on my car, so it was windy then.
Winter is here.
Yeah, it is here.
Good morning, Carolina. It's Saturday, December 22nd. I'm Tim Pulliam, in for Anthony Wilson.
And I'm Julie Wilson. Welcome, Tim. It's so exciting to see you here on the weekend morning.
Finally.
Steve Stewart joining us. I know. Yeah, we've been waiting, much anticipated day, and here it is, your debut.
Very
from Person
exciting.
County, for those who don't know. You're local. You're from right here.
I'm a local guy, Roxborough, and they're watching right
And they're
now.
watching. Hello to them,
no
right?
pressure.
No pressure. I'll do well.
All right, well, first day of winter yesterday, last night.
Right, yeah, and not as windy today. It'll be a little breezy out there, mainly in the morning, but overall, a nice seasonal day. Pretty much a normal day today.
Steve, thank you. Lawmakers left Capitol Hill Friday evening with no agreement for a spending bill, leading to the government to have a partial shutdown.
And negotiations are expected to continue over the weekend. Both Senate and House will reconvene today at noon in hopes of finding a compromise ahead of the holidays. Karen Kafa has the latest from Washington.
Now, fortunately, the government shutdown is not affecting your Santa tracking. North American Aerospace Defense Command posted assurances on its Twitter page today. NORAD has tracked Santa for the last 63 years, so kids, that is good to go. That's not going to be affected. The organization's tweet says even if there is a government shutdown, it's going to continue that tradition. It's because NORAD explains the military personnel who work on the Santa tracker are volunteers.
Well, that is certainly nice. Well, 102 million people are expected to hit the road over the holiday, and millions more taking to the skies to get to their destinations. Here's a live look at the DOT cameras. So far, all roads are pretty clear and no major traffic issues affecting the triangle. That will change as we get later in the day, and several storms in the Northeast caused delays at RDU Airport overnight. This morning, all flights right now on schedule, but get to the airport early to beat the security lines.
I was telling you, Tim, I was out driving yesterday.
Yeah.
I just need people off their phones. Make driving a lot easier.
No distracted driving.
Yeah. All right, hey, police are on the search for two individuals who held up a bank in Fayetteville. There's their photo. Two men walk into the Sharon View Federal Credit Union on Freedom Parkway Drive and held up the tellers. The man went away, getting away with cash. Police say they got away in a dark-colored SUV. And a teen is behind bars this weekend, accused of playing a role in the shooting death of a 29-year-old Christopher Locke. Fayetteville police say they've charged 17-year-old Benjamin Wright with voluntary manslaughter. Locke was shot on December 16th on Duggan's Way.
We're working to learn more after a North Carolina woman was charged in connection with the death of a 12-year-old girl in 1992. Kiana Dees was shot and killed in New Jersey after sneaking out of her home to go to a party. For the last 26 years, her mother held marches in her daughter's memory, hoping the killer would be caught. Now, a bit of peace after prosecutors in New Jersey announced the news that a 40-year-old woman from North Carolina is facing aggravated manslaughter charges.
If you could speak to your daughter right now, what would you say to her?
I would say, Kiana, we did it. A job well done. We finally got your justice.
Prosecutors have not released the suspect's identity because she was only 13 years old when the crime happened.
Here's a real-world Grinch for you. Durham police say someone stole 2 service dogs this week. Wow. All right, there they are. The dogs were taken from the 1500 block of Morning Glory Avenue on Tuesday. One of those dogs has a microchip. If you've seen these 2 pupperonis, you're asked to call the Durham police. And just days before Christmas.
Exactly.
Like,
such a Grinch. But good news is that one of them has a chip,
yeah,
so
that's
they
right.
should be caught.
It's one thing to steal like a package from a porch or a Christmas tree. We showed that yesterday. Another thing to steal a family member.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
All right.
Well, straight ahead, a major road is going to be shut down for an entire year.
Yep, this is going to be affecting Durham drivers. Coming up, learn what road that will be closing at the beginning of the year.
And Go Raleigh will see some changes this coming year. We have the details ahead. But first, good morning, Steve.
Hey, good morning there, Tim. Julie, good morning, everybody. Outside right now, clearing skies in a few minutes.
Steve, thank you. It will soon cost you a little bit more to drive on the Triangle Expressway. A toll increase will go into effect on January 1st. For Quick Pass customers, that means a 12-cent increase. You're going to pay $3.37 for bill by mail drivers. that'd be me. The cost is going up 20 cents to $5.17. It's part of a required annual increase. Money from the toll is used to help fund road projects and prepare for any winter weather.
The DOT is preparing to close a portion of Austin Avenue for an entire year. Drone 11 giving us a bird's eye view of the road beginning at Main Street. The closure is part of a widening project beginning January 2nd. Austin Avenue will be closed between Main and Taylor Street through midsummer. The second stage will shut down Austin Avenue between Taylor Street and Liberty Street. That
affects my morning commute. Not a fan there, but got to be done.
Got to be done.
All right, the Go Raleigh bus system has announced they're rolling out new routes for the new year. The changes will go into effect Sunday, January 6th. Southeast and Northwest Raleigh areas get updates and new routes to their lineups. The extended bus services are a result of the Wake Transit Plan approved by voters back in 2016. Online schedules of the new changes can be found at goraleigh.com.
All right, good information to know.
Good information. You know what I didn't realize until I moved here? That the buses here can use the shoulder.
Yes.
Isn't that crazy? I saw it one day. I was like, what are they doing? And
it shocked you, but yeah.
It's good. It's a good way to get around, and you don't have to wait in traffic jams there. So.
And it's cost-effective, too.
Cost-effective, yeah. Hey, it's 6:13 now. Stern words coming from the Pope this morning.
Hear what he had to say as a warning to priests.
First, broken ribs and now surgery, but still going strong. The latest on Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg's recovery. 6:16 now. Pope Francis had some stern words in his annual Christmas speech on Friday. The Pope issuing a warning to priests who abuse children, telling them to, quote, convert and hand yourself over to human justice and prepare for divine justice, end quote. The Pope vowed in his speech that going forward, the church would never cover up or dismiss cases and would spare no effort to find justice for pedophiles. Supreme
Court Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg is once again showing she doesn't plan on going anywhere, announcing she is recovering after surgery to remove 2 cancerous tumors on her left lung. They were discovered when she was in the hospital last month for broken ribs after she fell. It's her 3rd bout with cancer since taking the bench in 1993. At 85 years old, Ginsburg is the oldest member of the Supreme Court.
The North Carolina NAACP and several local chapters have sued in federal court challenging a new voter photo identification law. They contend it suffers the same discriminatory flaws as the 2013 voter ID law struck down previously by federal judges. This announcement came a day after Republican legislators overrode Governor Roy Cooper's veto of their voter ID bill. The new law expands the qualifying IDs compared to the 2013 law and provides exceptions, but NCAACP attorney Irv Joyner says requirements are still tainted by racial animus. All right, a lot of contention around that voter ID.
Stay on top of it for sure.
That's right, but not a lot of contention about how nice day 2 of winter has been. Yesterday I got up, it was 61 degrees when I left my house.
To start today.
Yeah, like 3 in the morning. Yeah, like I wasn't mad about it at all.
Yeah, it's not uncommon for us this time of year to get these, warmer days, southwest winds out ahead of fronts. And I think as we go through the next couple, by the end of the week, we're in the mid-upper 60s, some areas around 70s.
What a fantastic Christmas present.
Yes.
This weather.
Not bad.
You were Santa Claus today.
There you go.
There you go.
All right, I'll take it.
All right, sports is coming up after the break.
That's all for sports, guys.
All right, Bridget, thank you so much. Well, coming up in the next half hour.
Millions will be hitting the skies and the roads this weekend. What you need to know before getting out in the holiday rush.
Let's get out, let's work together, let's be bipartisan, and let's get it done. The shutdown hopefully will not last long.
A partial government shutdown as leaders remain uncompromised on a budget. What this means for the country.
The big stories happening this instant. ABC 11 Eyewitness News continues.
Well, here's a live look outside the Raleigh skyline. A nice start to our holiday weekend.
Yes, it is. And it looks like we should have some really great weather for those getting out in time to travel. No white Christmas, but something even better.
And I'm fine with that.
The spring Christmas, I am too. See you snow. Don't let the door hit you where the good Lord split you. I ain't about that snow.
Bye, Felicia.
Bye, Felicia.
Well, good morning, Carolina. It's Saturday, December 22nd. I'm Tim Pulliam in for Anthony Wilson.
And I'm Julie Wilson. We'll get to the top stories, but first, the man of the hour.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, I feel like adults will call you Santa Claus because what you're bringing them in this forecast.
Is it pretty nice? Yeah. Over the next few days, we'll call it just normal. We've had years past it. Last year was 47, and 3 years ago.
That's right.
3 years ago was in the 70s. So we've had crazy temperatures.
And we were talking off camera about the last time we had a white Christmas.
Yes.
2010.
It's been a minute.
Isn't it something?
It snowed about almost a half an inch.
Yeah.
And it was later in the day, but still it made for pretty days.
All right, Steve, look forward to the government officially in a partial shutdown after that midnight deadline passed with no budget resolution. President Donald Trump late Friday night posting a video produced by the White House on his personal Twitter page.
In it, he blames Democrats for not voting for a budget bill that would include funding for his promised border wall.
Our great country must have border security. So Democrats, we have a wonderful list of things that we need to keep our country safe. Let's get out, let's work together, let's be bipartisan, and let's get it done. The shutdown hopefully will not last long.
The funding in question includes budgets for the Department of Homeland Security and the Justice Department. Before it adjourned, the Senate unanimously passed a bill to make sure federal employees who are furloughed will get back pay. It will still need to pass the House. This would mark the first time in 40 years that the government will have been closed 3 times in 1 year. Well, 102 million people are expected to hit the road over the holiday, and millions more taking to the skies to get to their destinations. Several storms in the Northeast caused delays overnight, but as of this morning, all flights right now are on schedule. Anna Rivera has some tips for making traveling smooth this holiday weekend.
At RDU, I'm Anna Rivera, ABC 11 Eyewitness News.
Anna, thank you. As we approach the holiday season, well, I'd say we're in it. The rate of people driving on the roads intoxicated increases. That also means an increase on impaired driving deaths. So how safe are North Carolina's roads compared to the rest of the country? According to SafeWise, using 2017 data collected from the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, North Carolina ranked as the 15th most dangerous state to drive in, with 4 deaths per 100,000 people. The worst state is Wyoming with 7.5 deaths. The safest, believe it or not, it's New Jersey.
Interesting.
And New York. Both have strict alcohol sales.
Okay. Well, if the North Carolina Rate Bureau gets their way, your homeowner's insurance could go up more than 17% in 2019. They're asking the Department of Insurance for a 17.4% rate increase. That would go into effect October 1st. The Rate Bureau says they need more money to cover increased losses from this year's hurricanes. Last year, they asked for nearly 19%, but were given an increase of 4.8%. You can weigh in during a public comment on February 26th at the Department of Insurance building in Raleigh. 2
Robeson County deputies now suspended. Actions come just 2 weeks after the body of missing teenager Hannah Aguilar was found. The suspension comes after an internal investigation focusing on 2 people in the sheriff's office and their roles in missing DNA evidence. The alert matched Hannah Aguilar's accused killer, Michael Ray McClellan, to a 2016 DNA rape kit. Sheriff Wilkins says there is documentation that shows the deputies did receive the data, but he's not sure what happens next, and that's what this investigation is all about.
But folks know I'm going to get to the bottom of it. I'm not going to try to hide anything. I'm not going to try to protect anyone. As soon as we detect where the problem came in, regardless of who it is, we're going to take care of it.
However, the sheriff's office have not clarified whether the suspension stemmed from that investigation. Meanwhile, McClellan's next court date for the murder of Hannah Aguilar is January 23rd.
Transparency is going to be so critical in this.
So key in that, absolutely, and just a terrible thing that it's hard for that community, and it's definitely been felt
for
everywhere.
Everyone, absolutely.
Yeah.
Some sick kids got a surprise from Santa.
Yeah, brightening their day in an otherwise tough time. Coming up, we're going to take a look at that touching moment at Cape Fear Medical Center.
Then a local contest where it's okay to dress trashy. I don't know. We'll see how you could win some big bucks doing it. Hi, Steve.
Hey there, Tim. Good morning, everybody. Outside right now, pretty.
Welcome back. A lot of kids making the good list. They are patients at Cape Fear Medical Center.
Akila Davis tweeting out Santa's visit to the hospital. There it is right there. She shows us he was there to brighten their stay over the Christmas days.
Say hi. In Fayetteville, Akila Davis, ABC 11 Eyewitness News.
So adorable. The Durham Rescue Mission spreading Christmas cheer this morning. Today, the rescue mission will serve up its annual Christmas dinner and toy giveaway. Doors at the rescue mission open at 10 a.m. The rescue will provide a free turkey and ham Christmas meal, free toys to children, free winter clothing, and bags of groceries for anyone who stops by.
Last big meal over there of the year. They do 4 of those a year. All right. Safe Haven for Cats hosting a special adoption event this weekend. Today through tomorrow, all cats can be adopted for a mere $25 each. Safe Haven is a no-kill cat shelter in Raleigh. Organizers say they have a selection of kittens and cats so everyone can find that perfect companion.
And now it's time to turn your trash into cash. The City of Raleigh Solid Waste Services is holding its annual Trashin'. To enter the contest, you must create a garment or accessory using at least 75% reused materials, which could be plastic bags, tires, aluminum, newspaper, cardboard. The list is nearly endless. You must complete online entry form and include photos or video of your creation. The deadline is February 1st. The winner will get $500. The question is, Julie, would you do that?
Oh, you know what I'm saying?
You're
I could throw some toilet paper and some, no,
really?
There's no way I could do that.
I would make a trash bag out of a poncho,
you know
I think,
what?
maybe.
We've been
something
talking about that. All I can hear is walk, walk, fashion, baby. Lady Gaga, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. Oh, man.
Coming up in a few minutes.
All right, Steve, look forward to it. Hey, there is one diner in New York where people don't just go for the food.
Absolutely. They go for the service, the singing service. We'll take you to Times Square, where this joint is the talk of the town.
Maybe we'll sing for you this morning.
Maybe.
What do you think?
We'll
All
see.
Right. Hey, we've got you covered, rain or shine or even snow, even though we don't want to say the S word. We're going to be presenting our winter weather special, Covering You in the Cold, on December 27th at 7:30 p.m. Back after this. All right, it's 6:48, and Tim and I are going to sing for you.
We might.
We might not, too. All right, but there's a diner that is famous for its singing.
Yes.
It's got a singing wait staff, and they've always got a line around the block at this place.
Very impressive.
Yeah.
We'll show you why this hot Times Square destination is worth the wait.
The singing is not great. That food,
Oh my God,
I could eat my way through
waffle
that
fries.
place.
Yes.
Speaking my love language. All right, if you want to see more videos like that, go to facebook.com/localish. They have a lot of really cool stuff there, too.
Absolutely. He had a set of pipes on him. Wow.
Goodness. And when he threw the confetti.
And every struggling artist is usually a waiter, so now you can combine them.
But that's great exposure, right?
Yeah, it's wonderful.
Yeah.
Sure.
Somebody sign him.
Kind of neat, yeah. All right, as you step outside, a little cool, but not bad. We should be around freezing Friday, but it'll be all liquid with temperatures in the 60s. Some areas could be around 70 or something.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm going to wash my car today.
I am too.
Get it done.
I've been putting it off. So,
Not me. I'm just going to let it build up.
Oh, boy.
I'm onto this. But we need that rain to just stay off as long as possible. I feel like we're so saturated right now.
Right now, we're #2 all-time on the rainfall. We need about 6,300 to break the all-time record. And
for a year.
For a calendar year, January 1st, December 31st. And we have rain in the forecast Friday. It's going to be close.
Okay.
Be close. Okay. We'll be watching.
We'll see. Thank you so much. Well, an adorable proposal with a surprising twist.
Oh, you don't want to miss this. It's next. All right, 6:57 now. It's a love of macaroni and cheese turned into a true bond between a 6-year-old boy and his nurse at Duke's Children's Hospital.
I love this story. Creed's mom tells us he recently proposed to his nurse, Miss Allison, and how could she say no? Here's a look at the touching moment, but the sweet proposal made the other nurses jealous. Creed, you can't be doing that. So guess what Creed did? He called off the engagement.
Oh, no.
We're told he let Miss Allison keep the ring anyway. Creed has a rare form of muscular dystrophy and goes to Duke for weekly treatments.
How sweet is that? And
So
she got to keep the ring anyway.
That's important.
It's a sign of true love. Right?
Yes. Thank you, Creed.
Yeah, all right. 6:58 coming up in our next half hour.
Our country's leaders unable to compromise on a budget. Now we are in a partial government shutdown. What needs to happen next?
And some Grinch stole these local service dogs, and now police need your help tracking those pups down.